Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Hope you guys are having an amazing one today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Jarell, and in today's video we are going to be playing and testing out the new little mini palette from Natasha Denona. This one is called the Mini Eye Sculpt Cool Tone Palette. I do have the original, which is this one right here. So I went ahead and opened them up so you guys can see them side by side, and you can see that the original one, it's a little bit more, it's a little bit of everything really. Has a little bit of coolness with this pinky tone right here, but it's more neutral warm tone for sure, versus this one is truly a cool tone palette. So let's go ahead and see a side by side, just swatches, and I am going to of course do a look with this little palette so we can test out the formula just to make sure that it is the same formula that we love. I have been reviewing Natasha Denona for a very long time here on my channel. I actually have been doing YouTube since 2017, and not long after I found out about Natasha Denona. So I have been reviewing Natasha Denona for a very long time. I am familiar with her formula. I absolutely love her formula. I have all of the midi palettes from Natasha Denona, the bigger ones as well. So again, I am very familiar when it comes to the formula from Natasha Denona. She likes to switch it up on us sometimes and just experiment with different formulas. We are definitely going to be testing out this little palette. It is definitely going to be a video where I am going to be showing you how this applies on the eyes. Of course, you're going to see swatches, a side by side with the original palette, and I'm also going to compare it to two palettes that I do have, which is also within the Natasha Denona line, as well as the Patrick Ta light palette, because I do want to see a side by side because that one leans a little bit more cool on me. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the video and the try-on of this little mini palette from Natasha Denona. Let's go ahead and get into it, but before we do, just in case you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you do so. You can also like and comment down below if you like these type of videos, and if you have any questions, again, you can go ahead and hit me up in the comment section. I try to reply to all of the comments all the time, and if you are a return subscriber, thank you so much for being here again. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I went ahead and prepped my skin. I do have the eyeshadow primer from Hourglass already on my eyelids, and I did apply the L'Oreal brow gel already on my eyebrows just so they can look a little bit presentable. So I'm just letting everything just sink into the skin. So let's go ahead and do some swatches. I'm going to swatch all of them on the back of my hand so you guys can see them. So this one right here is the original palette. So we have the original palette right here. You can see that this one in particular definitely leans a little bit more cool tone on my skin tone. So now let's go ahead and compare it to the new palette from Natasha Denona. They feel really, really nice and creamy. And this is the darker shade. So it's definitely leaning a little bit more gray. It is super dark though, so you can definitely use it as for your lash line, just to create those wing liners. But you can see that it is a very, very cool tone comparing it to the original one. All right, so here we have Patrick Ta Major Dimension Essential Artistry Edit Palette. They are so long. I mean, the names are just getting out of control, people. But anyways, I am going to swatch it a little bit on the side with the shades that I do think that are very similar to it. I mean, which is probably just this shade right here. I'm just going to put it up on top to see if it's similar to it. Even in person, there is a little bit of closeness, but they are definitely not a dupe. This one from Natasha Denona leans a little bit more white, versus the one from Patrick Ta leans a little bit more cream. So there is a slight difference to them. And I wanted to swatch this one right here, right next to it, from Patrick Ta, with the second shade from Natasha Denona to see if it's similar. So here we have it. I'm just going to put it right there. And you can see it's a little bit more on the rosy side versus cool tone, very cool tone, comparing it to the one from Natasha Denona. So I thought that this palette in particular, which is the light palette from Patrick Ta, was going to be a little bit closer in tones with the one from Natasha Denona, but absolutely not. It's actually a little bit closer to this one. And even this one right here from Natasha Denona, this one right here, this one is a little bit more complete versus the light palette from Patrick Ta. I do enjoy the one from Patrick Ta as well, but if I needed to go somewhere where I just really needed to make sure that I have every single eyeshadow, I am going to be leaning a little bit more for the one from Natasha Denona or the deep palette from Patrick Ta. But Anyways, going back to this one right here, I also wanted to show you a little side by side with this new palette from Natasha Denona, just in case you guys picked it up. This is the Sculpt Texture and Tone palette. This one right here does have like different textures. It's leaning a little bit more neutral for sure, cooler tone as well, but I don't think it's as cool tone as this one right here. You can see that there is a difference. There is maybe a couple of shades, maybe one shade that I do see that it's a little bit similar to the one that we do have in the mini Sculpt palette, which is this one right here. This one is the one, it's like calling my name. Maybe it could be a little bit similar to one of the shades that we do have here. I think it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be closer to the one, this one, which is the third shade in the little mini palette from Natasha Denona. You can see that there is a similarity to that shade. It is not an exact dupe because this one seems to have a little warmth, even though it's cool tone, comparing to the one from the bigger palette. So I hope that you guys can see that. When it comes to the darker shade, which is this one right here, this one is like a true black. Let me just swatch it right there in the middle. It is leaning a little bit closer to the one from the cool tone palette versus the one from the original palette. So now let's go ahead and apply it to the eyes, because I think that that is definitely something that we want to see, especially if we are close in skin tone, because I do lean a little bit more like yellow tone, golden. There is a little bit of oliveness in my skin tone. I can never like truly pinpoint exactly the type of skin type that I do have, but I know that I am in a medium skin tone, so there's definitely going to be a little bit of oliveness in my skin tone, a little bit of goldenness. So I want to see how these eyeshadows actually perform on my skin tone, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, I'm going to start with this shade right here in the Refer 16 brush. I'm going to add it to my crease right here in the outer part, and I'm going to bring it to my lower lashes, just creating my shape. When there's not a lot of product on the brush, I'm going to start blending it out. As you build it up, you can definitely see that it gives you really nice, beautiful depth on the eyes. So that is a good thing, but I do feel like it's not blending as easily as other eyeshadows. I think that it's just this eye, because it is blending a little bit nicer on this eye right here. I don't feel like there is a harsh line, so maybe it's just the way that I actually apply the primer, but I am going to continue on just building it up to my liking. All right guys, I'm going to add a little bit more depth with this shade right here, and I am taking a What's Up Beauty brush, and this one is the R102 brush. I'm just going to tap it on the outer corner, and I'm going to mainly focus this eyeshadow right here on the outer corner. I'm not gonna go anywhere else. I mean, yes I am, right here on my lower lashes, but in the very inner corner of my lower lash, and just really staying right here in the outer part of my eye. That gave us a lot of pigment right away. It's blending really nicely. It feels so creamy on the eyes as well. So just remember to tap and then start blending. So now I'm just going to go in with this shade right here in a clean blending brush. This one is the R105 from What's Up Beauty. Adding that right here, like on the edges of the first shade, and just blending it out. That is definitely going to bring in a little bit more taupiness to the look, a little bit more coolness to the look for sure. And I'm going to bring it in a little bit more onto my upper crease. Right, now going back to the first brush and the same shade that we used in the very beginning, and now I'm just blending everything together. All right guys, I am going to take a flat brush like this one. This one is the Refer 28 brush, and I'm going to take this lighter shade. I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid. I just want to see if it's pigmented enough to cover my skin tone, and it is. I mean, you can see. Wow. So I'm just doing tapping motions, and I'm really just keeping it on my eyelid, just adding a little bit of that to the inner corner. And I am building this color, and it's not fading away, it is not disappearing, which is fantastic. So now going in with this brush right here and the second shade that we added, this one right between those two shades, feather it in so it's nice and blended, and there is like, you know, just goes in nice and smooth from one color to another. All right guys, and the last eyeshadow that we need to test out is this one right here. So I'm just going to use a little super tiny brush. Refer also has something very similar to this one. This one is the What's Up Beauty R112 brush, and I just want to add a little bit more definition towards my lash line and just creating like a baby wing. I'm going to go back to this brush right here where we use one of the darker shades. I'm just going to slightly blend it. I don't want it to be like too harsh. Just blend it in. All right, with the same brush, I'm going to take it right here in the inner corner, just a little tiny bit. All right guys, so it doesn't have a lot of fallout, but it does have some. So I am going to go ahead and just clean it up and just shape it to my liking. So here is the look, and I'm not mad at it at all. I think it looks really nice and beautiful, very cool tone, but it actually starts making sense once you like clean everything out and just shape it to your liking. I am going to add a little bit of mascara and just do the rest of my makeup, and let me show you the final look. Let me gather my thoughts as well so I can tell you my final thoughts when it comes to my first impressions on this little new palette from Natasha Denona, the Sculpt Cool Tone palette. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right guys, so I am so impressed with this lighter shade that we do have in the pan, just because it looked really bright, but on the eyes, I don't know if you guys are able to catch it, but it actually has a little bit more of a grayish undertone, like very light gray undertone, and it looks very nice, very unique to my collection. I don't think that I have anything like that where it is a super light but great at the same time. Really nice quality, the way that they just blend together, the way that they build up. Super amazing formula from Natasha Denona, as always, never disappoints. That is one of the reasons why I carry Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes in my makeup kit, just in case you don't know. I am a makeup artist, and I just love how easy it is always to blend, to build up, to just define every single color. Everything just works so nicely. It's never disappointing at all. It just looks so absolutely magical on the eyes. It's so creamy and buttery and beautiful. Again, the formula from Natasha Denona is just so unique. I do have a code, by the way, with Natasha Denona if you guys want to use my code. Again, it is affiliated. It is a Jarrell10. You do get a small discount, which is like 10% discount on your purchase. So you can go ahead and use my code if you want to. You don't have to. It's never like a dull moment with Natasha Denona. It's just always so beautiful. And this look right here is definitely like so pretty. Color story, it's absolutely beautiful. I think that it looks really nice against my skin tone. Like, it gives me that contrast, and it doesn't look muddy. It doesn't look like it doesn't belong. It just looks really nice and glam, and I absolutely love it. But do you need this palette at the end of the day? Absolutely not. You don't need any makeup whatsoever. You can work with whatever you have at home, but it's really up to you. I am just here giving you my review, letting you guys know how I feel about the quality, how it actually performs. That is the reason why I do a tutorial, just so you guys can see the eyeshadows perform in action. I purchased mine directly from Natasha Denona's website, just so I can get it like right away, because it goes on pre-sale before anywhere else usually, and I was able to order it. The way that they package it is really nice, because they just cover it up with like bubble wrap, so you know that it's not going to break whatsoever. It retails for $27. It is made in Italy, and it does have a shelf life of 24 months. I have had my eyeshadow palettes from Natasha Denona for a very long time, and they still perform so well. That is my first impressions on this little palette from Natasha Denona. I hope that it was helpful for you guys to see like swatches, comparisons with other palettes, just in case you already have those palettes in your collection, or if you guys were just eyeing this little palette. Hope that this tutorial was helpful and inspiring you to use what you already have at home, or maybe purchase this palette. But yeah, that is it. Again, I am going to be linking all of the products that I use in today's video down below in the description area. And that is it, my friends, for this video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and support. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.